when there isn't comfort to lean on or courage to feed on. Fear engulfs our minds and drapes over it a blanket of overwhelming desire to drop down what we are doing, to drop down our goals and abandon the difficult path. And it's so easy to give in for what we consider as the next best alternative or the only feasible option or solution than continue the path we have been treading on. Giving in to the thoughts of fear and self-doubt, though easy, can never give the happiness or the sense of fulfillment that arises from a work done with passion and a purpose in our life. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by the lack of meaning and purpose. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Diagnosed with an irreversible congenital deformity in her upper limbs, Ina Sachani, a 26-year-old daughter of a farmer from Surat, Gujarat, was taught to go about her daily routine with the help of her legs because her hands were next to nothing of appendages to her body. Having been born in a community that made cutterwood embroidery, her mother and grandmother ensured that Ila learned to paint with her foot. It took a lot of perseverance on Ila's part, but her determination and enthusiasm to succeed made it possible. It is the heart that is ready to bear pain that can see happiness. Problems are a part of life. Suffering is the essence of success. Let the light and fire in the heart of every person acquire
वनस्पतय शान्तिः विश्वे देवा शान्तिः ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सा मा शान्तिरेधि अन्नपते अन्नस्य नो वेदनमीवस्य सुष्मिणः प्रदातारं धारिषौजं नो देहि विपदे चतुष्पदे शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमे विदित्वा मृत्युमेति नान्यपन्था विद्यते यनमय. Respected audience, so today we had a wonderful program by the girls Gopalapuram team, and it's the first program for this academic year, the first Sunday. So welcome all, welcome to you all. We had 2 bhajans and we had a speech in English. What was the speech on? Perseverance. So I'll pick up from the thread of perseverance. Who had been here in the speech? What's her name? Nisha. Monisha. So Rishabh, class 9 gave a nice speech on perseverance. Let's also go back to our Shastras and understand as to how do the Shastras look at this concept of perseverance. So in the Shastras you have the yamas and niyamas. In niyamas you have shout, santosh, tapa, swadhyaya and ishwar pranidhana. The third concept over there is tapa, which means what? Tapasya, tapaha, tapasya is how we understand it, isn't it? So when you see the word tapasya, what comes to your mind? Penance. And what else comes to your mind? Like you close your eyes and think tapasya, what kind of picture flashes in your mind? A saint or a sage, right? Some sadhu, sannyasi, saint, sage, right? Doing what? Doing meditation. Right? Where? In a forest, right? In some deep like water, right? Or so that's what comes to our mind when we think about the word tapasya or tapa. Now, it's important for us to understand that that's a very restricted definition or a very, very restricted way of looking at this concept of tapa. Tapasya or tapaha is relevant for each one of us. Right to the way you describe the word tapaha, it seems as if it is only for the sages, sadhus and saints, and you and I have nothing much to do with it. That's not the right way to really look at the entire concept. That's not what the Shastras really want us to look at it. So, the word tapasya or tapaha, if you look at the definition of it, it actually pretty much matches with the topic of perseverance. What is the definition of tapasya? I'll first say this in Hindi. Okay, really one thing. Do you have stress in your life? You all have stress? Some dukha, some stress? Stress comes by what? Give me some examples of stress. What causes you stress? Huh? What causes you stress? Something not able to achieve. So if you have financial loss, stress, yes or no? If someone insults you, there is stress. Someone spreads some rumor about you, some wrong rumor about you, there is stress. Yes. Right? So stress is caused due to in multiple ways to all of us. There is no one in this world who does not have stress. When I say stress, does not a dukkha. There is no one in this world. So the concept of tapaha is that when you are able to, right, face man apman means what? Man apman. Man means what? Praise. Apman means insult. Right? Hani la. Hani means what? Loss. La means profit or something that you gain. Right? Jay parajay. When not lose. Right? When you are able to accept this prasanta purvak, that means what? With a sense of equanimity, with a sense of without disturbance, without stress. When you are able to accept this in your everyday life, it basically implies that you are engaging in tapasya. You are engaging in tapasya. So now does the concept become relevant for everyone? Yes. Why? Because there is no one in this world who will not have, as I mentioned, man apman, hani la, jay parajay. Right? Is there anyone who will not have these things? No, right? Right? You may get physically hurt, different ways. So this stress concept is there for everyone in this world. Now, what do you mean by accepting stress or accepting these challenges? Think about it. Say for example, you are riding a bike, okay, a cycle, and going home, and someone comes and hits you from behind. Not your fault at all. Not your fault at all. And you fall down and you fracture your hand. Fracture your hand. Now, when you fracture your hand, you, for the next few days, you are immobile. You obviously have a sling in your hand. It's inconvenient, isn't it? Does it cause you some stress? Yes, it definitely causes us some stress. Now, the concept of tapasya, the last part of the definition I said, is to accept it with sense of equanimity. Prasanta. You anyways have to accept it. Is there a choice you have now? You anyways have got hurt. That process has happened. That incident has happened. Right? Anyways, the sling is there in your hand now. Whatever injections you have to take, you still have to take. There is no option. You anyways have to accept it. Yes or no? That fracture cannot now vanish right away. You anyways have to accept it. All the dukkha in this world, we anyways have to accept it. Right? But what's the concept of tapa? Tapa, the concept is when you accept it with a sense of equanimity. You say, okay, it had to happen. It has happened. Now let me see how do I make things better for me? What can I do from now on? Right? How can I ensure that I go to the right doctor, I do the right thing, right, and I quickly recover my, from my fracture and get back. Right? That's a choice that you have. So you anyways need to accept it. But the way you accept it, right, that defines whether you're engaging in tapasya or not. Now, if you don't accept it, the sense of equanimity, what happens? You will only be bitter. Yes or no? You will be bitter. And you will keep cursing. Right? Some other person, cursing yourself, cursing whomever you think is responsible for that particular stress. Does that really help? Does it really help? The answer is no. Right? You need to persevere. You need to accept it and keep going forward. That's the concept of tapasya. In the Mahabharata as well, in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna, he quotes a beautiful shloka. He says, Sukham dukkham sametritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yudhyari yujasva naivam papam avapsasi. So let's say together. Sukham dukkham sametritva. In the siddha. Sukham dukkham sametritva labha labho jaya jayo. Labha labho jaya jayo. Tato yudhyari yujasva. Tato yudhyari yujasva. Naivam papam avapsasi.
Naivam papam avapsasi.
What does shloka say? Sukham dukkham same kritva. Sama means what? Yes. Kritva means having done. Karoti, kritva is having done. So sukham dukkham same kritva. So Shri Krishna advises Arjuna. Arjuna was in deep stress or not? Yes, he was in deep stress, deep misery, did not know what to do. Was thinking about it, should I fight the war, not fight the war, how do I kill my own relatives, right? He was under deep stress. Then Shri Krishna said, Sukham dukkham same kritva, right? Sukha or dukkha, try and see the same level. Labha, alabha. Labha, labha. There's a sandhi out there. So labha means gain, alabha, right? Jaya, ajaya, jaya, jaya. There's Jaya and Ajaya. Right? That's the first thing. That's the first line. Sukham dukkham same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yudhyaya yujasva. He says, hey Arjuna, prepare for the yuddha. Yudhyaya yujasva naivam papam avapsasi. Don't accumulate papam by, or a negative aspect by not fighting the war. Right? So the beautiful shloka of Bhagavad Gita that once again reminds us of the concept of tapasya. Let's come to the modern context. So recently I saw this interesting WhatsApp forward. So here is Robert Federer, right? Who is Robert Federer? He's a great tennis player, isn't it? He's a great tennis player. So he was giving a talk, and he asked the audience that he's a great tennis player, right? One of the top ranked tennis players in the world. He said, I have played 1,526 matches in my career. How many? 1,526 matches in my tennis career. How many matches do you think I won? So the audience put some guesses. They said it's 80%. Okay, not surprising. Right? For a top ranked tennis player, right? 80% of matches he won. Right? Doesn't sound very surprising. Then he asked one more question. In this 1,526 matches, of which 80% I won, how many points do you think I won? In a match you have multiple points, right? In a tennis match, right? So how many points do you think I won in this 1,526 matches that I played? I overall won 80 matches. But if I was just look at every point, right? How many points I won in this 1,526 matches? So what do you think it would be?
Less than 50%.
Huh?
Less than 50%.
Yeah, it's just about 54%. It's just about 54% for a top ranked global tennis player who won 80% of the matches. So what does it tell us? What does it tell us? So it tells us once again that in a match, right, you obviously lost. You won only 54% of the points, but 80% of the matches, right? So in life as well, there are multiple points, right? Like multiple, points that you play. You can win them or you can lose them, right? Once you lose a point, right, you forget about it and think only about the next point, right? If you keep brooding over the previous point, then you have a problem or challenge in life. That's perseverance, right? So when you think about it this way, you try, you accept whatever something negative or wrong will continue to happen in this world. It's absolutely a given. Right? There's no doubt about it. Today, wherever you are, whatever you are, in the next 1 week, next 10 days, next 1 month, next 2 months, something difficult, some great challenge also could come in your life. You don't have a choice. We're all born in this world, right? And we live this life, and challenges we just have to accept. But how do you move beyond that is something which determines the amount of perseverance you have, and that determines success in life. So I'll stop here. If you have a couple of questions, I can take that, or we'll end up the session. Any questions? Any thoughts? Any comments? Anything you agree with or disagree with? Yes.
I have a question. So before that, you explained perseverance in a beautiful way. Thank you. So my doubt is, God is all powerful, and we are His creations, and He would have created us in such a way that everybody, wherever they are, they perform to their best. They always do good things. So why it is created like that? Because they say karma theory, but at one point of time, in the beginning, all should have had the first Janma, so that all are equal. So where the difference came?
So you asked a deeper question, and some of these questions, I'm not sure if I have a very convincing answer for you, right? Because now they sang the first bhajan. What was the first Hindi bhajan you sang? What is the Hindi bhajan you sang? मेरे दाता के दरबार में सब लोगों का खाता. और second line था वैसा ही फल. Right? So, what does it mean? It means basically that there is an account, Data ke darbar mein, the Supreme Force has an account of each one of us. जैसे कोई कर्म नहीं करता, the way one acts, वैसा ही फल पाता. Right? That's the kind of result that he or she will definitely get. But this whole concept is too complex for us to completely understand. So the point was, why is it not in the beginning? Why is it not equal? Right? Possibly was at the creation of the universe. So it's a little bit, this karma theory, there's a Shabda Praman, Anuman Praman, and Pratyaksh Praman. By Shabda Praman, we have to understand this to an extent and leave it there. At least I don't have a very convincing answer beyond that. The way I look at spirituality is though, so there are two aspects on which there is not absolute conviction or fully difficult for us to fully comprehend. One is your karma theory. How is that exact karma being given, right? The result being given. And the other is with regard to moksha, right? What exactly it is, right? Are two aspects on which at least I personally to understand far more. But spirituality is helpful to you because it helps you lead a more balanced everyday life, right? So if spirituality helps you in that, the objective gets achieved, right? The concept of tapasya, for example, is relevant for all of us if you look at the lens, look at the way the Shastras want us to look at it. So spirituality should be used to kind of make our everyday lives better. But some of these kind of questions wherein next janma, different janmas are involved, which definitely is there. There is a concept of ego, there's no doubt about it, right? But which janma, how did that result was given? Because we don't know. We have no memory of what happened in the previous janma or what will happen in the next janma. And also, we will shudder to think if we had that memory. If we knew as to what happened in the last janma, even then life will become extremely difficult, right? Think about it, right? So maybe there is there's a very, very strong reason why we don't know beyond this. But definitely, as per Shabda Praman, and to some extent as per Anuman Praman as well, there is a result of our action and is given different ways. Any question? Thank you everyone. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.